Alright, today I'll be teaching about geometric sequences and series. So when finding a geometric sequence or a series, sum or the nth term, you multiply the common ratio r to get each successive term. So there are two formulas that you need to know, to find the nth term and to find the sum. So first we'll start with the nth term. So you have a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1. So a sub n is going to be the nth term that you're solving for. A sub 1 is your first term, r is the common ratio that we mentioned earlier, and then n is the term number that you're solving for. And then we'll also find the sum of n terms. So in this problem, S sub n is going to be the sum, a sub 1 is your first term as well, along with this one, and then r is going to be the common ratio, n is the number of terms that you're given, and then 1 minus the common ratio. Okay. And now we'll do some examples. So for the nth term, so in the problem, it says that a, so our first term is going to equal 3, and the common ratio is going to be 5. And then we're solving for the fourth term, so n equals 4. So we'll plug all of these numbers into this formula. So a sub 4 equals a sub 1, which is 3, times 5 raised to the n minus 1 power, so 4 minus 1. All right, so you want to do the operations first. So you do 4 minus 1, which is 3. And 5 to the third power is going to be 125 times 3. And 3 times 125 is 375. So that is the fourth term of this sequence. Now, for the sum of n terms, in the problem, it tells us that the first term is 5, the common ratio is 2, and then the number of terms that we're adding together is 6. So we'll plug those into the formula. So we have the first term minus the first term times the common ratio raised to the 6th power, because that's the number of terms we have, and then 1 minus 2, 2 is the common ratio. So we'll solve this, so we'll start here. 2 to the 6th power is 64. And then 5 times 64 is going to be 320. This is all over negative 1. So 320 minus 5 over the negative 1, which we got from right here. So 5 minus 320 is going to be negative 315 over negative 1, and because those are both negatives, they'll cancel out and become positive. So the sum of the first 6 terms in this series is going to be 315. Okay. So to conclude, geometric sequences and series, you take the common ratio r and you multiply it to get each successive term. So we have the nth term series and the sum of n terms, where a1 is going to be your first term, r is going to be your ratio, n is going to be the term number you're solving for, and then a sub n is either the number of terms that you're solving for or whichever specific term it tells you that you need to solve for.